What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the HFD Footy podcast. Star-started lineup again. We were going to have Bruno, but Bruno did pull out, so hopefully he can come back next week. But CROM, welcome in.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
King of the North.
The King of the North.
Thank you, welcome. And thanks for having me.
And Prince of Carlton, Johnny Carlton. How are you, my friend?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good. This is a historic night because, first time CROM's actually come into the podcast with a win. Like, how do you feel, man?
And he's smiling.
We got a win, lads.
All right, man.
I think it's the first time I've seen him smiling straight off the bat, so that's a good thing. I like to see him smiling.
That's right. Well, look, guys, I know tonight, there's going to be a lot. There's a lot to unpack, and this could get a bit heated, or not heated, but we might disagree with a few points tonight. But just remember, guys, look, we're going to put things in perspective. At the end of the day, it's just a game, and when you see what happened on the weekend in Sydney, really puts things in perspective. And on behalf of HFD, I want to just say to all the victims out there, and the victims' families that went through the horrific stuff on Saturday, our condolences, and thinking of you guys. But a footy game that you lose by 2 points, is pretty insignificant when it comes to people that won't see their loved ones. So, that's just wanted to say that. So, but for us, it is more than the game. But we have to remember that it is just a game. So, anyway, what a round! I mean, especially that Saturday. I'm still shocked. My jaw's still on the ground, especially for the Port game. Can't believe it. King of the North was, he was doing all the watch-alongs. He smashed it on the weekend. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
He went through 3 games that were unbelievable. So close. They were so heart stompers. You know what I mean? So. I don't know how you did it, man. I don't know how you went through that 8-hour stream, but that was awesome. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna say congratulations to Johnny Carlton as well, because he did get his bold call of the week right. So I know the weekend wasn't the best for Johnny Carlton, but the bold call of the week did save him grace. So you got to give him that. Anyway, guys,
And what a team to get a bowl call against, eh, Johnny Carlton?
Oh, beautiful. Always love to see Richmond lose.
All right, so look, we're gonna go straight to the Thursday night game. We're gonna review this one. There was a few internet problems at the Palace, at the King's Palace on Thursday night, but look, they got through. The CEO came and helped you guys out, which was always good. But look, Melbourne, 8 goals, 1260 to 12 goals, 1082. Look, I didn't get to watch this one because I was too busy trying to help you guys. But yeah, what do you guys think of it? I mean, you guys watched it. You and Johnny Carlton, the King, Johnny Carlton. You guys watched it. What do you guys think? And is Brisbane back? Johnny Carlton, are Brisbane back?
Yeah, look, last week I said on the podcast that I tipped Brisbane. I was confident with Brisbane all week. And then unfortunately I don't know, always happens to me. About an hour before the game, I just changed my tip to Melbourne. I just had a feeling that it was Melbourne tonight. But turned out I was wrong. And, look, Brisbane turned up and, they looked hungry. Their possession was outstanding. Melbourne was slippery. They just didn't know what to do with the footy. Petrarca didn't touch it as much as he did. Oliver didn't have an impact. May and Lever didn't hold down the defence. It's just, Brisbane just came to the MCG and I felt like that's the best they've ever played so far this season. So, as I said, there's a pulse. There's a pulse for Brisbane, I can tell you that. 2 wins now in a row. There's a pulse. So, look, it's good to see their confidence back. As I said, this is what happens to a team that has confidence. You have confidence in your teammates and yourself, and look what can happen. It's a different ball game. So, congratulations to Brisbane. Well-deserved win. And, Melbourne, everyone's saying Melbourne's an off team this year, but I reckon Melbourne are still a good team. They just had a bad day, and, they versed a Brisbane team that was confident on the day, and Brisbane escaped with the 4 points. So,
I think when you said last week, Cozzy Pickett not playing as well, that was, didn't give him that spark in that forward line as well. So I remember saying that to you when we were doing the watch along. So,
and there was no forward in the spark. There was no spark in the forward line. There was Cozzy comes in the middle sometimes to spark up that midfield. Salem went down injured. It's just it was just carnage for Melbourne. Yeah.
I agree, man. It's hard to read the season, isn't it? Because it's good teams are losing, and there's a lot of good teams out there, and as I said, like if you're 1% off, the other team can get you. But CROM, did you see this one?
Yeah, I watched it, and you talk about that 1%. I think Melbourne were more than 1% off tonight. I think all the big players didn't turn up at all. I don't think even Petrarca or Oliver even got over 20 disposals in this match. So it was a big drop-off from the Melbourne lads. But Brisbane, they did really well. I agree with Johnny Carlton. It's hard to say if they're back or not. But listen, I tend to agree. I think Melbourne had an off day. They got a good list. They got a good side. Our band's back. And, it was a great game for Brisbane. And, it looks like they're on the right track after getting a win in Melbourne.
Yeah, I agree. King of the North, you did the watch along on this one. What do you make of Brisbane? Are they back? And is Melbourne in any trouble?
Firstly, apologies for the internet connection on Thursday night. It wasn't great, but it was good doing a watch along with the Prince again, and we did our best under the circumstances. And Brisbane just looked like premiership contenders again. On that game, they were all over Melbourne. The pressure was good. They were fast. So that's what we've just expected from Brisbane, out of the blocks. But they've just taken a few weeks to get going. And they just caught Melbourne off guard. So I think Melbourne will be okay. But no, Brisbane. If this is what we get, is this the real Brisbane that stood up? Then look out.
Yeah. No, yeah, I reckon Brisbane are. Yeah, they get a huge game this week. On when is it? Is it Thursday against Geelong? Is it Geelong? So
No, that's sad.
oh, Saturday. Sorry, not Thursday. Well, they got Geelong anyway. So huge game. That's a massive game for both teams. So because Geelong's flying, but yeah, good on them, and it's good to see them bounce back. You want them competitive because they're a good side, and good to see them win. Melbourne, I don't know. They're a good side too. They're going to have their problems. They didn't have a great pre-season, Melbourne, so they had a lot of off-field issues. So to be where they are is pretty impressive. But it felt like Brisbane were a lot more ahead than the scoreboard suggests. 22 points at the end. Felt like Brisbane, that was a hammering from Brisbane, really. So yeah, I think the scoreboard flatters them a bit. So, but that is that game, guys. And as King of the North did say, he apologises for the stream. I don't know why, because during the weekend after that, your stream was perfect. I don't know what happened.
Don't know what happened.
I don't know. Very strange. Anyway,
Stitched
Thursday night. Hey?
Stitched me up very well. He stitched me up.
Don't know what happened there, man. Don't know.
Don't know what happened.
This is very weird. Anyway, Friday night rolls around, and look, it's the Bulldogs versus the Bombers. We did the watch along. I did the watch along with you guys on this one on Friday. It was me, J CROM, and the King. It was 9 goals, 13.67 to 15.696. Wow. I mean, did Beveridge get fired? Was that real? Because I don't think he was. What is Tom Morris doing, man? Is he an idiot? Why is he saying that?
What does he do? He works for Channel 7. Why would you put a tweet out like that?
I hope he's your banana this week because he's a banana, mate. Tom Morris.
Well, he should be. He should be my banana. He's not. I don't think he's Johnny Carlton's banana, but that was ridiculous. If you work for Channel 7, you go and do that, and you put the bloody Channel 7 tags in there, far out. You'd want to be certain, wouldn't you?
100%. But it was a bad loss for them, and they got the talent, Bulldogs, in that side to be able to beat a team like Essendon. Essendon are good. Don't get me wrong; they've got some good players, but not to the caliber, I don't think, of Western Bulldogs. I just can't believe they capitulated like that, and they were pretty competitive against Geelong the week before. So, and look at Essendon. Essendon got smashed by Port, so it's just hard to wrap your head around this game. But look, the Bombers did what they had to do, and guys like Merritt had 27. Who were the goal scorers? Let's have a look.
Harrison Jones had a good game.
Langford 3 goals. Jones, Stringer had 2 each. Dersma hit the scoreboard 2. Norton, he had 2. But they're paying him for 9 years? Is he worth a 9-year player, Norton? I don't know, man. I don't know about the Bulldogs. Bombers, look, they're in that middle bracket of teams. The Essendon supporters will be laughing at Johnny Carlton right now because, had the excuse book out last week. But, look, Johnny Carlton, what do you got to say to the Essendon fans, man?
First of all, where's my book?
Where is it?
I lost my book this week.
Oh, no.
No book. Look, all I can say is Jackie Stringer did this, and that was specifically pointed to me after what I said about him and his team on Tuesday night. So look, I have to be quiet. Unfortunately, Essendon freaking proved me wrong. I hate when this team wins, but anyways, as I said, it's just look. I'm not going to say much, but it's just how funny when Essendon win and Carlton lose the same week, and Essendon fans think they're better than Carlton. All right, first of all, look, Essendon, they play better than the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, look, Bulldogs a good team this year? I don't think they are. I don't think they'll make top 8. Look, they had their stars with Bonds and Pally, Norton, Jamara, all those types, etc. But I don't rate the Bulldogs. I think they're a mid-card team. I think they're like, if anyone watches the Premier League, I think they're the Wolves of the Premier League. They don't do anything. They don't go top 8, and they don't go bottom 4. It's just they stay in the middle range. But yeah, as I said, it's just, I don't know. Just sometimes they have their good games. Sometimes they have their bad games. That's how I think it is. And if you watch soccer, obviously Wolves play their good games and bad games. But yeah, as I said, Essendon, they proved me wrong. Yeah, I know. I'm going to cop it on TikTok all week. Whoopie-doo stuff. Come at me. I don't care. No book this week, unfortunately. Maybe in the round 6 preview there might be a book, but we'll never know. But as I said, yeah, no, Stringer shut me up, and all I can say is well done, Essendon. So.
There you go, Essendon fans. You got some, that was a, an honest reply. So you're going to be happy with that, Bombers fans. Before we go to CROM, so I just want to, I did neglect the chat. So hello to all the people in the chat: GT23, Dam, Ree, Toby, everyone in there. How are you? Oh, Aussie Dan in there as well. How are you, mate? Good to see you guys in there. CROM, we did watch this one. You used to like the Bulldogs. I remember last year you were a big Bulldog guy. And, what's happened to them?
Just because I think they've got a good list, man, and they've just been mismanaged by Bevo, I reckon. And I don't know what he's doing. He's starting Dale as a sub. That's just bizarre as well. And even he said Libba lost his footing after getting completely knocked out, which is even more hilarious. The bloke is unconscious, man, and he fell over. But yeah, in Bevo's eyes, he'd be right. He just, lost his footing. But I think Bevo's lost it. I think the pressure's getting to him. The media's really jumping on his back. And I think he might be the first coach to go if all said and done. So, but yeah, I tipped the Bombers here. I thought they had a good chance. I really thought they'd want to bounce back after that big loss against Port. And, the Bombers played well. Deserved the 4 points.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And, it's a big loss as well. Like, I'm not sure how long Libba's out for. But, it's, that was a bit scary what happened to him, wasn't it? Like, just got.
Yeah, he just fell over.
Fell over. It's not great. King of the North, we did watch this one. What do you make of it?
We did. I asked for a swab at the end of the game because how they can play so bad against Port and then come out and beat the Bulldogs like that, I've got no idea. But every week, like Merritt and Langford always are in the numbers. Trelaw played well, 28 disposals. Ugle-Hagan with 3 goals for the Bulldogs. So, yeah, they had more pressure. It's like you said before, it's confidence and it's pressure. And Essendon just came out and out-pressured the Bulldogs and they got the results. So, it's hard to pick week to week about what they're going to do, but yeah, and I watched the press conference afterwards, and Bevo was just like, "We're not really that good this year, and we might be better next year," he said. And it's like, what are you doing? That was like, I couldn't believe he was saying it in the press conference. So there's a saying that says, when the board says they've got confidence in the coach 3 times, then you can say goodbye to the coach. So you never know what might happen in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely, they've got an interesting run. Like, I think they've got St Kilda this week, and then they've got a few winnable games. But if they don't get at least 3 out of the next 4 games, I reckon they're done for the season. So I reckon he could be out, man. So I did find it weird that he had Bailey Dale on the bench. They gave him a 5-year contract last year. Also, Caleb Daniel, one of their elite kicks, was dropped. So I understand you got to drop your players, but yeah, I don't know. Like, didn't work out for him because they got smashed. So No,
Don't like Bevo at all. I play Supercoach and he subbed out Riley Sanders.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, what are you doing, mate? I need him for Supercoach and you're subbing him out. Bloody yeah, what a Fruit Loop.
I mean, there's some coaches like out there that have been at the clubs for a while, and but Bevo just looks like he's lost. I don't know. He's lost it. I don't know what it is. But anyway, AFL Derby. How you going, man? Don't know. He goes. Bevo looks and sounds like he's on a really bad trip. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him, man. I think he has to move on. That's what I think. But anyway, we'll move on. Look. Enter Saturday afternoon, guys. I mean, this is probably one of. I mean, like I know Johnny Carlton would agree because his team lost, but it's one of the best. Like those 8 hours, some of the best footy you'll ever see. Like just unbelievable. Like you know what I mean? It was just crazy. So, and all our teams were involved, which was the best thing about it. But we'll start off with the GWS versus St Kilda. The King did do a watch-along on this one. But, look, it was a 1-point game, man. 11-14-80 to 12-7-79. It looked like, watching this game, it looked like the Saints were gone. Like, they were down, 6 goals, whatever, at one point, and it just looked like GWS were going to run with it. And then, all of a sudden, they just came back, and GWS stopped running. I don't know what happened. They just stopped. So, it was a really exciting finish. GWS just hold on, and got a bit of a scare. That was in Canberra? I'm pretty sure, wasn't it, guys? Yeah,
It was.
So
yep,
it makes you look at GWS. Any team's vulnerable. They're not all invincible. So, but they did lose Caniglo with a bit of a knee issue, and I think one of their players got knocked out too. So they were down. What was the guy that got knocked out's name?
Sam Taylor.
Yeah. Did you see that? That was crazy, man.
That was sickening, man.
It was. So, Johnny Carlton, did you end up watching this one? I know that you're probably getting ready for the big one at the Marvel Stadium, but did you end up having a look at this one at all?
Look, I'll tell you the highlights of this game. I was having lunch with my mate that was on the way to the Carlton game. We had to quickly turn on KO because we heard Sam Taylor getting knocked out. So we watched that, and then we only watched about 2 minutes after the game. And then we were like, you know what, let's go to Marvel Stadium a bit early and let's just sit in our seat and watch the end of the Giants and Kilda game. But unfortunately, I got busy by this attractive woman at the Carlton game, and I talked to her for 45 minutes. So I missed the end of the outcome. So that was and then my mate coming up next to me and goes, "Hey, there's only 1 point." And I'm like, "What? 1 point?" He goes, "Yeah, mate, there's 1 point." I'm like, "No, you're joking. You just want me to stop talking to this girl." He's like, "Check the scores. Check the scores." I'm like, what the frick? 1 point. But what a heart attack for GWS. Lucky they got the win. But look, if you play like that against Carlton, don't expect the same outcome. I can tell you that for sure. We are no St Kilda, and look, as I said, St Kilda didn't even have Max King when they were coming back, so they didn't even have a nearly tall forward option. So, as I said, I didn't watch much of this game. I only watched a couple of highlights here and there, but as I said, look, GWS stay undefeated and got a big game against Carlton this week. So,
yeah, big massive game coming up. But look, CROM, did you have a look at this one? I know that you were, watching the other one, the Crows game, but did you watch this one beforehand?
Yeah, I watched the last quarter of this, and St Kilda, man, they came home like, powerhouse, man, and they nearly stole it at the end. They just really used their wing play, and they just went full throttle, man. And GWS were lucky to hold on, to be honest. And a little bit of warning signs for the Giants to not, you got to keep the pressure on. You can't let teams back in the contest, man, because teams will get back and they'll fight to the end. So a bit of a learning curve for Giants going forward, and the Saints they can take a few positives out of this match for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Here in the North, you did watch this one.
Yeah, I did.
You were on the edge of your seat. I remember, watching you on the on YouTube on the watch along, and you were going crazy. Yeah, it unfolded really quickly, didn't it?
They did it well. It was like the second half against Richmond the previous week, and all of a sudden they just started coming, and GWS just stopped in the last quarter. So it was really bizarre, and there was just goal after goal after goal. So they can manage to do it, and normally GWS finish a game really well, like really strongly, and just kick away, but not this time. So yeah, it was just a weird thing to see, but good on the Saints for almost getting them, but they didn't quite get them. So
yeah,
the standouts probably in both teams were Whitfield with 34 disposals, Green and Hogan kicked 2 goals, Hill kicked a goal and 33 disposal, and Steele kicked 1 and 29 disposals. So it was pretty much GWS had control like for 3 quarters. So it was just that last quarter that they decided, I don't know what happens to them, but they just have done it 2 weeks in a row now. So yeah, I'm not sure. They did get an injury. I think they've got someone's out for this week, so that could be a problem for them. But yeah, they almost snatched it.
Yeah, Coniglio will be out for like 2 weeks apparently with a knee.
Yeah.
And also the guy that got knocked out, I can't remember his name. But anyway. Taylor, that's it. So yeah, so a few outs there as well. So, it's gonna be interesting what they do against Carlton this week. But no, look, Saints fought back. I still think they're, that middle of the rung team. And be interesting to see how they go against the Bulldogs this week. So, all right, next game. Oh, man, there's a lot to unpack on this one. There is a lot. Saturday afternoon, it was the Carlton Football Club 14-14-98 go down to the Crows 16-4-100. Before I start talking about it, Sam Walsh. Good to see him back. 34 touches, 13 tackles, 8 clearances. He was really good to see him back and playing with those numbers. I thought the man of the match for me was Isaac Rankin. I thought he was the match winner, really, especially in that last 7 minutes. I thought he was awesome. Yeah, I don't know who to go here first. Far out. Johnny Carlton. All right. We didn't really get to hear from you. We know that, it's not good to talk to you after losses, but let's hear it. I mean, it was one of those games where it could have gone either way. I did watch the last quarter, and I think like 7 minutes to go, I think Blues were up by 3 goals or something, and then man, it just evaporated so quick. I don't know. I was watching the defense. Some of the defensive decisions you guys did in your back line. I don't know what was going on. And then, there was just small little mistakes keeping the Crows in the game. And then Rankin was just on fire. The Crows coach must have came into the podcast last week and heard me say that you got to put Rankin in the midfield, because that's what he did. He went into the midfield more than he's ever done in the whole year on Saturday. He went in like 20 or 25 times. Normally he goes in 5 times a game maybe, or 5, not even. So it definitely worked for the Crows, and he was the barometer for that game. So yeah, I mean, and then, Barry comes on and as the sub, and just ices the cake. Like, Always, I mean, that missed kick from Always, if he didn't miss kick that and went through, it might have been a different story. But Johnny Carlton, tell us your thoughts. What was it like at the game? What was the feeling, and how were you feeling after that game? Like, what was your What were your thoughts, man? Tell us.
Hate reviewing after a loss, but anyways, football's life. We win some, we lose some. Anyways, look, going to the game. As I said, Chera laid out really didn't bother me at the point. Still thought we could beat Adelaide without Chera. As I said, look, I'm going to admit something. Last week, when I was in Adelaide, we got one of the most controversial decisions towards us, right? The descent rule, was it touched, was it not touched, right? Just everything went Carlton's way. But I don't know if this is just the lack of the umpiring that I thought on Saturday night was atrocious. Like, I'm sorry, but look, Adelaide fans are not going to agree with me. Obviously, I don't expect them to, but that was the worst umpiring game in the world. I couldn't even describe it. Like, I was speaking to this Adelaide guy. Like, he was actually probably one of the nicest guys, and I spoke to him, and he was sitting right behind me, and he goes, "Mate, you should be way more angrier than you are, because we are just getting every single free kick in this game, and you guys are like." As an example, right, this Adelaide guy chucked it to a Carlton player that was 15 meters away from him. How's that not 50? How is this not holding the ball? How is this? But then they get it. It's as I said, it's just, look, I don't know what it was, but as I said, look, talking about the game, look, Adelaide is a funny team, man. They show up. For somehow Carlton just can't beat Adelaide for some reason. It's just one of the teams that we always get stuck against. Like, it's just ridiculous how Adelaide always turn up against Carlton. Absolutely ridiculous. But as I said, look, Tex Walker, Ben Keys, I can't stand them. I've always hated them. But as I said, they always do Carlton's head in every single week. And I'm going to say, not because I know him personally, but losing Sard was one of the biggest losses. Like, I would lose anyone but Sard. Like, Sard's that run off half back. Like, he's that carry. He's that running carry. Like, that's like taking, what's his name? Like a Tom Stewart out for Geelong. Or it's taking out like a Nick Dacos running off half back from Collingwood. It's that one of the most dangerous players. And, like, Sard never misses a game. So, as I said, look, Carlton played slow movement and we just did not move the ball at all. We looked slow. Adelaide looked on. And, look, as I said, they just didn't fucking miss. 16-4 is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I get it, it's Marvel Stadium. There's no win, there's no nothing. But 16-4, like, we were 9-2 and then we somehow managed to get 14-14. That is a joke. This loss is to blame for Carlton. How do you go from 9-2 to 14-14? Seriously. At the end of the day, I was angry. Nearly had a fight with this person outside. Mate, we shouldn't have lost that game. As I said, we shouldn't have lost. I as a Carlton fan, yeah, I know we didn't play our best, but Adelaide's no good. Like, I'm sorry, I don't see Adelaide as a contender for top 8 this year after what they produced after the first 4 rounds, and we shouldn't have lost that. But anyways, I'm an honest guy about football. Full respect to Adelaide. They won. They get the 4 points. Obviously, us Carlton fans, we have to deal with it. But as I said, yeah, we played atrocious, and if we play like that every single week, there's no chance of top 4 and prelim again and all that type of shit. But yeah, no, not happy. So there's a lot more going to be said during the week. I've been preparing the video, so just speechless at the moment. Still can't get over the game, but as I said, congratulations to Adelaide. So, first win of the season. They needed that. Now it's going to hopefully get their confidence for the next few weeks. They can go up against a top 4 team and beat them. So, they're just going to believe in themselves. But, look, let's go from a sad thing to a rant, shall we? So, look, everyone's wanted it, but I think it's time for Johnny Carlton's Banana of the Week, to be honest.
Oh, my God. Here we go, guys. Johnny Carlton's Banana of the Week. Got the graphic up. Let us know, man. What's your banana, bro? Oh, wait. Do you want to bring? I've got the video here for you too. Do you want to do that
Yeah,
now?
put the video up and
It's a
then
big graphic too. I like that.
talk about it.
All right, here's the video, guys. Banana of the week.
Back on his feet. Get ready for the celebration won't come yet. Pressure. Adelaide live to fight another day.
All right.
You're not picking on my favourite player, are you, Johnny Carlton?
You're 20 metres out, right in front of goal.
Yeah.
Game is on the line. You have Harry right there, but somehow you stupidly try to think and fucking do a stupid banana kick on the ground. Like, what are you thinking? I'm sorry, but Always is one of the worst players I've seen. Yeah, he gets goals, but as a Carlton fan, I can't stand Always. I can't stand him. I told my mate ever since round one, he needs to get dropped. I know I shouldn't be hating on my players, but he is the most bananas player. He doesn't know what he's doing. He does not know what he's doing. All right? He's come from a basketball background. He does not know what the fuck he is doing. How? Game on the line. How do you fucking miss that? How? You are the... Oh, my... Even my grandma could kick that, mate. Even my grandma could kick that. You are the most bananas of the week. I thought Kelly Underwood was a bad banana, but this guy, oh, my gosh. As I said, if I see Always in the team this week, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip it. If I see Always in the team this week, I'm going to flip it. You do not get rewarded after that. Game is on the line. You have Harry right there, who's the left footer. Give it to Harry, snap, goal, game over. But instead, you fucking keep it in because you tried to do this little dribble shit. And then Adelaide go fucking coast to coast and score a goal and win the game. Matt, Always, if you're listening, you are the most bananas of the week I've ever seen. Have a banana, see what it tastes like, and never fucking eat a banana again. Seriously.
Well,
if I see that guy in the lineup this week, I'm gonna flip it. I'm actually gonna flip it.
Look, I don't really follow Always much, but I know the King does like him. But
I can't stand him. I don't know how he likes him, but I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Absolutely can't stand him. I'm sorry, King. I don't know how you like him. He is shit house. He's absolute shit house.
Well, there you go, guys. Banana of the week. Always. There you go. Always.
That's a big banana.
Look, Carlton fans, you're probably not expecting that because I'm a Carlton fan. But as I said, you don't get rewarded after that crap.
Jeez.
Absolute terrible. But yeah, look, anyways, CROM, congratulations. And yeah,
Well,
you can now
talking to
J.
CROM, this is... Well, I'm going to go back to last week. I want to show everyone what CROM said. So we're going to play it right now and ask him if he still thinks that.
Look, all I'm going to say, it'll be an absolute disgrace if we beat Carlton. Carlton should put their heads in shame if we
Carlton
win.
loses.
Carlton should put their heads in shame if we win.
Well, Carlton expected. I expect Carlton to win, but if we win, Jesus Christ, big questions on Carlton.
All right. Basically, he said if Carlton loses, it's not good. Like it'll be disgraceful because they're top four. And do you still go by that, or do you think they would it's hard done by like what Johnny Carlton's saying?
Nah, I think that's harsh. Look, I'm happy. Look, we're off the mark. We broke our duck. I know where we're at as a club. We lost 4 in a row, and look, I'm sad for Johnny Carlton. I like him, and we managed to get our first win against Carlton. But yeah, man. I mean, I didn't even get to watch the last quarter of this game because I was at a kid's birthday, and there was a few Crows fans, and we had the KO out on the phone for the last 6 minutes, and yeah, well, obviously, we were down by I don't know how much, 14 points or something, but. Yeah, and it was full on when we got over to Siren Man and that win. It was just, yeah, we're all buzzing out in this play cafe. It was pretty funny, man. But I mean, look, we won away finally. Yeah, we do seem to do well against Carlton for some reason. But look, if you're Carlton, man, you only lost one game of the year. I wouldn't be too sad, and you're in a right good position. Hopefully, this is a springboard. I'm staying humble with this Crows win. I'm not losing it. I'm not going to say we're back and, finals are coming. I'm not losing it like that. I'm just taking it, 1 week at a time with the Crows. But yeah, look, shout out to my man Butts. I think he played the whole second half of a hamstring. He really pulled through, and I think without him we would have struggled. And the Irishman Keane, he's coming better and better every week. Really proud of him. And just thank God Nick's listened to just majority of all of us fans, even just pundits, put Rankin on the ball. You see what happens when you put Rankin on the ball, stuff happens. Because Crouch and Laird are just not damaging. We need some more people like Saligo and Rankin on the ball. But yeah, man, I'm really proud of my Crow boys. We got the win. It's just perfect timing because we get to come back home. We've got a sort of an okay run now with Essendon and North coming up. And then we've got the showdown, which we always, no matter where you are on the table between Crows and Port, it's always a cracking game. So, yeah, man, I'm really happy. Obviously, it's against two of my mates here on the panel against Carlton. So, I wish it was against Port because I wouldn't show any love to Chris. I would be really rub it in hard. But
He would.
I take it, man. And, yeah, look, 4 points. Our season starts now, and you never know. I'm not saying I'm going to make finals. I'm not saying I'm going to be back, but you just never know. I think this year, I think a lot of teams are going to slip up here and there. I think it's a lot of even teams around the place. So you don't know what's going to happen.
Well said, J. CROM. Well said. As hard it is for me to enjoy a Crows win for you, yeah, I'll say that for you. All right, but King of the North. Now, you were on fire on this stream. You had 50 people watching at one point. There's all these Carlton supporters in there going crazy. It was nuts. And then as soon as Carlton lost, they all left, man. They were just so upset, wasn't it? It was like a depression, like a depression cloud just hit the stream.
That's
kind
right.
of thing. So
yeah, there was no one for the third game. So
yeah. So King, let us know your thoughts and how'd you feel with that game?
Just right from the start, you could see that Adelaide came to play, so it was going to be on, and we needed to be at our best to be able to do that. As John said, I couldn't believe the 50 where the ball got thrown away. That was just unbelievable. But that was probably the biggest one. There was plenty of others as well, but the Crows just played like a top four side. Like that game, they played like a top four side, and we had heaps of opportunities to kick goals, and we just didn't kick them. So, Harry only got 2. Kerno got 4, which was good, but we would just kick them ones and ones and ones. But yeah, there was shots at goal that we had where it was just off to the, not right in the centre, but off to the left or off to the right. Should have kicked it, but just kicking behind. So in a high pressure game where Adelaide turn up with pressure and just they were just on, we had to kick those goals. So we have a good win if that's the case. But yeah, just looking at some of the Crows players like Rankin, 3 goals and 23 disposals, Walker with 4 goals, Keys with 3 goals, Crouch with 27 disposals, Saliga with 27. They were just like all the big name players were just playing like they should. That's how we expected the Crows to start the year and play this year. And it's very similar to Brisbane, how Brisbane came out and played. So yeah, who knows whether you're going to get that Crows next week? I don't know. But they just, against Carlton and at Marvel, they've just played their absolute best, and we had to be at our best, and we just didn't take all the opportunities that we should have. So, but we'll be back. Don't worry about that.
That's it. And look, losing Sard, as Johnny Carlton said, that that's structurally changes Carlton a little bit. Even Chera,
We got the 2 injuries. We got 2 injuries out of the game. So yeah, not only Sard. Who's the 4?
There are 4 injuries.
4 injuries. Yeah. So now we've got 2 definite outs for 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, it's not good.
Plus you're missing Doherty. He's run from the half-back line. Even he's a big loss for Carlton. So, look, as I said, congratulations to the Crows.
Good on you, Johnny. J.
Good on you.
Well done,
as hard as it is for me to say, it's it is what it is. But chin up, Johnny Carlton. Don't worry, Carlton will be back. All right, you live to fight another day. And for some reason, the Crows are your bogey team. It's just what it is, man. So I don't know why. It's just that's what happens in footy. Like, you have those teams that you just cannot sometimes beat them. So anyway, we'll see what happens with the Crows this week, if they can continue their form, and we'll see if GWS and Carlton. We'll see if Carlton can stuff with GWS. All right. Now, in this game, there was a bit of controversy as well, and it's going to bleed into the next game, or not in the next game, the one after. It was the Butters and Crouch hits. Don't know if you want to talk about that now, but just quickly, did you guys see those hits, and do you think that Matt Crouch was any different to the Butters one? Johnny Carlton, did you see when Crouch hit? Was it Carroll?
Yeah.
He got 1 week. Butters went in similar. I mean, he was going for his hands were reaching for the ball, where Crouch hits him first and then gets the ball. So I don't know if the action was different. Butters didn't obviously knock the player out. I think did he get knocked out? The Carlton player?
Nah, he played on.
Yeah. Do you guys think that's the same, or?
Oh, look, I think it's a bit different. As I said, I think Crouch was coming head on. Butters was coming on from the side. I think that's the only difference I could see. That's why the AFL didn't give Butters a week, because I think Butters came in from the side. And as I said, looking at Jack Carroll, he had the ball in his hands, and then Crouch just came in straight going for the play. He didn't even try to go for the ball. So as I said, I feel like it's slightly different, but as I said, Crouch doesn't deserve to be a week as well. I think that's just a fine. So
yeah,
player wasn't subbed out. So
yeah, I think both of them shouldn't be reported. Maybe fine. That's about it, really. But CROM, I know you look at it differently. You think that Butters is a protected species, but what do you think, man? What do you think?
Well, let's go back to the start of the year, where they're saying how they're trying to protect the head and all that, and you can see Butters. Obviously there's no malice in it. He's not going for Banfield, but he does collect him and hit his head running through. So I mean, if Banfield just lied on the ground, I think Butters would have been reported, and for Butters was lucky that Banfield got straight back up. So. I'm on the same as Kingy, the pundit. I feel like they are protecting the Brownlow a little bit here, but it is what it is. As a Crows fan, we'll take it on the chin. We'll lose Crouch for a week, and but yeah, I do agree that both shouldn't get it, because I don't like to see softness in the game, but just I think they're looking at the rules that they're trying to stamp in is trying to protect the player's head, and Butters did collect Banfield in the head.
I just think you can't stamp that kind of stuff out, especially in a contact sport. You just can't. It's so hard to stamp out of the game. Then, it might as well be touch footy. Do you know what I mean? And then it loses. The game just loses.
Protect the head, though, really.
Yeah, I understand that, but like in those instances, there's like split-second decisions that you're going to make. Butters had to split. Like you're talking about these guys that are trying to make decisions at the go, like really quick and on the ball.
Yeah,
It's hard.
I didn't even agree with the Peter Wright one. I didn't agree with. I think Peter Wright was trying to minimise the blow after he saw the other player coming. You know what I mean? I think he did. I don't reckon he turned to take him out. He turned to just protect himself and minimise the contact. So
I think it's the way
yeah, I
he
think
hit
the
him.
AFL is very inconsistent with all of it though. So
Yeah, that's the problem. 100%. King of the North. Did you watch? Did you see these bumps or?
I did. Yeah, I did. The only thing I say about Butters would be, and I said it on the when I was watching as well, that he wasn't even looking at the player. He was purely just going for the ball, and it was just like accidental contact, really. So that's the only difference that I can see. But the AFL are saying, head contact is weeks. So they've already given players 4 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, they can't then go through the year and start to soften up we'll only do a fine now, or we'll only do a week, when at the beginning of the season you give Pal Pepper 4 weeks to start off to get the ball rolling. So it can't diminish as the year goes on, which I think it's going to. But yeah, that's the only difference between the two hits, that he wasn't looking at the player at all. He was just going for the ball.
Yeah. And don't let me go. It's both footy acts. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right. Next game, guys. This was just after Gold Coast versus Hawthorn. Pretty much the boring game of the day. It was 16-13, 109 to 8-56. I did watch this on the minis. Gold Coast just got the job done, and Max King was not Max King.
Ben King.
Ben King, that's the one. Ben King was great, and Hawthorn, they played well last week against Collingwood in that second half, and that kind of was evaporated. Now I do know they do have injuries, Hawthorn. So, but it was pretty much a clinic for the Suns. Johnny Carlton, you probably didn't watch this one because you were hyped up about the Carlton game. But do you have anything to say about this one?
Yeah, didn't watch it, but came home late that night, tried to distract myself from Carlton, watched a little bit of the game. Yeah, look, disappointed in Hawthorn, to be honest. I expected them not to get the win over in Gold Coast, but to lose by over 50 points I just think it's not acceptable, to be honest. As I said, being there last week against Collingwood and watching them live, I thought they were actually really good in the second half against the Pies. And I just didn't see any of that in the game against Gold Coast. But look, as I said, Gold Coast, they're getting these wins, man. They're counting those wins. They want top 8, and they're coming along nicely. They're getting the wins that they need to. So, as I said, probably their best start to a season. They just need to keep getting these wins out of nowhere. But good win by the Suns, and just very disappointed in Hawthorn. But it'll be very interesting this week. So from a Hawthorn perspective, but
All right, CROM. You probably were celebrating too much to see this one.
I was watching this and watching the Port last quarter at the same time because this game actually ruined my multi. I had Gold Coast 1-39 with obviously Fremantle's line, Crows' line, St Kilda's line, and Essendon's line. So it was a pretty good multi, but I didn't expect them to win over 40 points. Hawthorn really disappointed me. And it's hard to tell where Hawthorn's at, man. Sam Mitchell looks a bit lost out there at the moment. But yeah, man, disappointing from the Hawks. And I think they need a few players back. I think Will Day is a big out at the moment. I'm not sure who else they're missing. I think Sicily's not playing his best footy as well. But yeah, as Johnny Carlton says, Gold Coast are just ticking along nicely. And they're sort of going under the radar a little bit, man. And they could be a team to watch. I think King of the North could be right, the team on the up this year.
100%. King of the North. You missed this one, but did you get a glimpse of it at all?
No, we were just watching the scores and watching the blowout. So, probably the person for the Hawks who has been most consistent, Amon got 26 disposals again, and I've probably seen 3 Hawk games, and Amon's always been up and about and played really well. So good on him. But as for you look at the other stats for the other players, and it was really, really poor. For the Suns, Swallow got 3 goals, King got 4, and then my man Flanders, 34 disposals, 25 kicks, smashed it again, another week. So if you're not putting me man Sam Flanders into your multis, boys, then do yourself a favour.
Actually, when I was watching the mini, he was getting called a lot. So yeah, he's becoming one of your fan favorites, man.
He's doing like 26 or 28 disposals every week, and then this week he does 34. So yeah, he's doing really well, and he just goes under the radar. So there we go.
Speaking of multis, Johnny, I need to see these multis, man.
Yeah, he won one last week as well.
I won 5 actually.
Oh,
These tips, bro. I want to see these fucking multis.
you
man.
gotta release them to us.
The only one I lost was the Bulldogs Essendon game, the freaking Fruit Loops.
Was it?
I had Waitman to score a goal, but he didn't get a goal. So
Everyone, I don't like Waitman, so no one listens to Chris. But anyway,
Chris his favourite player.
what are you talking about? He scored 13 goals in the last 3 games before this.
Exactly.
What are you on about?
I can't.
Exactly.
I just don't like him.
I
I don't know why.
Why do you hate him? He's a good little player.
Because every time we play him, he kills us. But anyway.
There we go.
That was the only good thing about this week. I won a lot of money.
Oh, and you got the bold call, bro. But anyway,
Mate, that game, my multi got up, bold call got up, mate. I was up and about. Gee whiz.
there you
I'm
go.
gonna have a go at doing one this week. So I haven't done one before, so I'm gonna have a go at it. So
All right. Now this is the game that I was glued to. I was on the edge of my seat. But anyway, this was Port Adelaide versus Freo. What a close game. 9-12-66 to 9-9-63. There's my boy Butters. I love him. Far out. What a game. I'll paint you the picture. I just finished watching the Crows game and I had to drive to an engagement party. So I went to an engagement party and I was on I didn't even know what was happening at the engagement party. I was on painkillers because I got my teeth, and I was just sitting there at the table. Like, when you sit somewhere and like everything in the background, you can't even know what's in the background. All you know is just what's in front of you, and that's the footy. That's what it was, man. So people were talking to me, and I was like, "What?" I wasn't even listening to conversations. I was just glued to my screen on my phone. And I was watching the most frustrating game you could ever watch. Now, Johnny Carlton and Jay CROM could attest to this because they played Freo the weeks before. They are a good side. Like, when I say a good side, I mean they are defensively a good side, well coached, and defensively they know how to just pin you down. Now, they don't have the firepower yet, but they're a very good defensive side, and they did what Jay CROM said. They frustrated the shit out of us. All right. We could not get our run going. We could not move. People complaining, why are we bombing the ball long? Dude, the reason why they're bombing the ball long is because they weren't letting us lead up to the ball. They wouldn't allow it. The only person that was leading up was Georgiadis. Georgiadis was the only one. Charlie was having big problems with Pierce. Ryan was, intercepting everything. And yeah, it was just, dude, they're a very hard side to play against. And we, at the end, our class just outshone them a bit, but like the last play you had Rosie to Butters. No, it was Butters to Rosie, then to than to Horn Francis, who kicked the last goal. So, I watched the game. I watched the last quarter when I got back home again, and look, I thought we lost. They scored. Who was it? Brayshaw scored the last goal for them, right? For Freo. They were up like 10 or 12 points, and I was like this. Got my phone like this, and I was like this. No, that's it. Done. I'm done. 6 minutes to go. I can't watch. I was just like, and then I turned over to the King of the North. He's watching it on He's doing the watch along, and he's like, they just scored. Dixon just scored. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, right? And then I couldn't watch the game because someone else was watching the KO. So when you got 4 people watching KO, it doesn't let you watch it. So I said, look, I'm not going to watch it. Me not watching it, maybe that's the reason we might win here. And then I look at my phone, and the game's over, and we win by 3 points. I went nuts, man. I went outside. I called the King of the North on the stream and just lost it, bro. Just lost. I couldn't believe we won. Like, yeah, that's a game that I can't believe it. Like, I'm still shocked that we won. So I thought Freo outplayed us for most of that game. And because Freo are not a damaging side, like when they go inside 50, if you can stick with them, if you're good enough to stick with them, then you can beat them. So, yeah, look, as I said, they're a good side, but they just can't they don't damage enough. And that kind of footy, I don't think sustainable long term. Like, if you're going into finals with that sort of play, I don't think it's going to get you far. But they're good, man. They're a very hard team, very defensive, and hats out to Freo. You should have won that, basically, like the way I saw it. But kudos Port Adelaide. We did what we had to do. We won the game, and hopefully next week we can play our brand again. But it just felt like that was not our brand. So, but I thought George Ellis was good. I thought Lockie Jones in that back pocket. He did some really good stuff. But yeah, there's some other players that just went up to they just, as I said, they just stopped us. They did it to Carlton. They did it to the Crows. The Dockers, man, the Purple Haze couldn't get us, but very happy Port supporter. Johnny Carlton, now, I'm not sure if you watched this one, but what do you think of it, man?
I didn't, but I'm going to disagree with you there, man. I don't think they're a good side. I actually don't think they're a good side at all. You look at their stats. They've only scored one game above 70 points. You can't win games again if you're scoring 70 points each week. They're a defensive team. I don't think they're a good coach. I think their coach is terrible. I just think that it's early in the season and teams are getting frustrated because Freo changing the way they have to play, and that's why the opposition are having to change in the way. Like Port had to change their ways on Saturday night. Carlton last week had to change their ways. As I said, teams are going to get used to this way that Freo are playing, and once all the teams figure it out, I think they're going to have trouble in the second half of the season. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think they're a good side, but as I said, no, good comeback by Port. They stuck in. They got frustrated, but as I said, all you got to do is stick with them until the final siren. And again, Freo lose a close one. And look, can you blame the umpires this week, Freo? Sorry, you can't. You're just. That's it, mate. So, as I said, but good to see Port Adelaide win a close one, and I saw Home Alone celebrating at the wedding after the game. So good to see Home Alone at the wedding after the game. So that was good to see. So look, apart from that, good win by power, and look, Freo, you can't win every close game. So umpires didn't help you play. So
no. Look, that's all right. I just thought they were good defensively, but I know what you mean, man. They did it to Carlton last week. We had to stop. Maybe you're right. Maybe they will get found out. But, yeah, it was just a tough slog, man. It's a tough slog. And, when you play a game like that and you got to go play Collingwood off a bye, it's going to be – it's tough pickings. But, CROM.
The Purple Haze, they failed me, man. They cost me a perfect tipping round, I would have got 8 out of 8 in my tips. I got 7 out of 8 because of these blokes. They just couldn't hold on for 2 more minutes. Ah, jeez. But listen, they're very defensive, aren't they? They want to minimise the scoring on the other side. Their game
You tipped
plan
Brisbane against Melbourne?
What's that?
You tipped Brisbane against Melbourne?
Well, I didn't put my tips in. And
that doesn't count. That's a joke.
I was going to pick Brisbane, bro.
No, you weren't. You said Melbourne on the pod last week. I remember your words. You said Melbourne at home should win. That's a joke. Well, you don't tip
CROM.
I did tip the Bombers, man. I tipped the Crows, and I did tip Freo, and I tipped, obviously, West Coast. But, listen, man, Freo, they just try and stop you from scoring, and, they didn't get it done for me against my favourite team, Port. So, we move on. Port get another win. And, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, King of the North, you were you were there, not there, but you were watching it live with me. Well, not with me, but with all the rest of the chat and whoever was in there. And, I couldn't believe that we won.
That's true. And just for GT and the 3 Greeks who are on the call tonight, I'd just like to say Yodiades. Is that correct?
Yodyadi or Yodyadis.
Yodyadi.
So I probably would have said his name probably 15 different ways over the call. And GT's in there trying to correct me and give me the right pronunciation. So thank you, GT, for that. But he was good for Port. He seemed to be the only one who could get through the defence, and mate, they were just so frustrating. To watch, we know how good Port can get the run going through the corridor and along the wing, and far out, Freo can just shut you down. So they couldn't do anything, and I couldn't believe they got away with it. How they kicked those 2 goals at the end, it was a miracle. So good on Port, and another win.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, and I still can't believe that we won. It is what it is, and next week's a big test, huge test next week. But well done, Port. You had me nearly shitting myself in All right. These are the Sunday games now, guys. Geelong versus North Melbourne, 12-13, 139. Cats to North Melbourne, 10-4, 64. The Cats demolished North Melbourne. Jeremy Cameron had a day out. He had 21 disposals, 11 score involvement, 6 goals. Yeah, just smashed it, Jeremy Cameron. I watched some of this on the mini. It was pretty much what I thought and what's going to happen. I think North Melbourne did start off pretty well. They started off well a little bit. They went to the same level as Geelong, obviously, but they did pressure them in that first quarter. But the second quarter, Geelong just put the burners on and then went bang, bang, bang. Jeremy Cameron was scoring goals of left, right, centre. They came back a little bit in that third quarter and maybe in the last quarter in the start, but it was all Geelong. Close was good. I know that Hawkins wasn't playing, so North Melbourne are just they're going to have this. It's what they are. They're going to have that those problems. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, guys. Johnny Carlton, what do you reckon?
Had this game on in the background. Didn't pay close attention to it. As I said, glad this game was on a Sunday, to be honest. But as I said, just compared to the game, to the Gold Coast Hawthorn game, it's just as I said, I thought North Melbourne were going to show a bit more of a fight, closer margin. I didn't think North would get the win, but as I said, no Tom Hawkins there. I thought North Melbourne would at least get to a 25, 30 point margin. But Geelong too strong. And everyone's saying Geelong are contenders this year. But I don't see it, to be honest. I don't think Geelong have versed a hard team until this week. So you've probably versed all the easy teams. You versed Adelaide when there was 0-3. You versed North Melbourne. You versed Hawthorn. I don't know who else. You versed Western Bulldogs, who are terrible as well. I don't see you as a hot contender so far. So as I said, they're versed mid teams, but it'll be good to see how they go up against Brisbane this week. But yeah, as I said, good win out the Cattery, and they tick along as well. They're getting their wins as well. So yeah.
Okay, CROM, did you see this one?
No, I was busy for this game, but yeah, look, you get to play North at home. You should win these games, and yeah, like you said, Jeremy Cameron played really well. I noticed Harry Sheasel did really well, my super coach, so that was probably a good thing for me out of this game. And yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think, as contender-wise, I don't think Geelong are contenders. But just because of their great start, they may make the finals, but can't see them winning a flag or anything. I don't think they got the list. But North, very young side, still building, and they're obviously going to take time. So
yeah, 100%. King of the North.
Didn't watch this one. Probably the only game I didn't watch. Sheasel, 38 disposals. That's not bad, is it? So we have to pop him in. Couple of new names on the stats. Ford, 3 goals and 20 disposals, so he did well. And Close and Neil, Close with 4 goals and Neil with 3 goals. So, and Cameron with 6. So just Kangas aren't gonna beat. Like, they're going to get flogged by the top 4 sides. So it's just top 4 or top 8. So they've been, Kangas have been going all right. They've been kicking 80 points in the first 4 games, like 3 or 4 games. So but they're not going to come close to the really good sides.
Yeah. All right. No worries. Look, I know you guys don't think Geelong's going to go anywhere this year, but time will tell. They did win the premiership 2 years ago, so I don't know. I hope you're right, because I can't stand them. But
I hate Geelong.
Oh yeah, I can't stand them. But anyway,
don't mention the war.
West Coast versus Richmond. We did the boys did the watch along 6-13, 109, 10-10, 70. Bold call of a week came through. Johnny Carlton would have been so happy with this one. I know that he was upset the day before, but this would have really got his mood in a better way. So Johnny Carlton, what was your feeling when you saw the score, man?
Oh, my favourite game of the round.
It was fantastic.
How good. Anyone found my book? Oh, wait, Richmond supporters, I found my book. Oh, no. Oh, Richmond supporters, oh, no. Are you ready for this, Richmond supporters? Ready? Dusty. Sorry, Dusty who? Oh, Harley Reid, that's right. This guy is boring. This guy doesn't know anything about AFL. This guy's only a Carlton supporter. Carlton is shit because they lost to Adelaide. Sorry, what? You lost to West Coast. What are you talking about? We lost Adelaide. Yeah, we lost Adelaide, but you lost to West Coast. You guys are trash. Anyways, as I said, I cannot stand Richmond. Biggest smile of the weekend. I know Carlton couldn't give me a smile, but Richmond, thank you for making me smile this week. You guys are a joke. Absolute joke. But yeah, as I said, West Coast, congratulations on your first win. I tipped you. I did the bold call. Richmond fans, are you listening? Well, if you're not, you should. HFD Media, we're live every Tuesday if you want to listen and actually show some sense. So, Richmond fans, yeah, as I said, one word for you. Bottom 4 this year, so enjoy it and enjoy that top draft pick because he's going to do absolute rubbish for you in the next 5 years. But, yeah. Carney Eagles and a Harley Reid fan and bold call 2 out of 2. love and life.
Well
So,
done.
Well
Well
done,
done.
man.
woo.
Congratulations. Well, before we go to J-CROM, and we're talking about Harley Reid, he won the Rising Star nomination. So there you go. 27 disposals, 8 score involvements, 7 clearances. What a game.
Dusty who? Dusty who? Hello, Dusty, where are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no,
was a
where
bit,
to be
he was a bit
seen.
quiet. He was a bit quiet.
Dusty, nowhere to be seen.
Quick mention as well. I've got to mention these guys. Elliot Yeo, 27 disposals, 15 clearances, 2 goals. Fuck, what a game he had. Also, Jake Waterman, 18 disposals, 13 marks, 6 goals. Was on fire.
Thank
J-CROM.
you, mate. He made me win my multi. Thank you. I love you. Love you, Waterman.
J-CROM. Good to see the West Coast win. And do you think Richmond can ever live this down?
Yeah, did the watch along with King for this one, and yeah, shout out to our boy GT. We're really happy for you, man. You know, you broke your duck, you got the win, and yeah, what a win, man. Got to say, it's embarrassing for Richmond to lose by that much, especially against West Coast. But yeah, Harley Reid, man, what a player! I think he gave Dusty the don't argue his own medicine. So the new generation's coming in. Harley looks like quite a good player, man. And yeah, look, Richmond, where you at? I think we all suspected Richmond's going to be a bottom 4 side this year, and this just proved it. Really, they've got no midfield, and I think Shea Bolton's the only one on that team that looked like he was doing anything for that club. But yeah, congratulations to West Coast. They got their win, and I'm happy for GT. And yeah, you never know. They got the Derby this week. You never know. Make it 2 from 2.
That's it. Well done, GT. King of the North.
I heard Shea Bolton wants to go to Port Adelaide.
Are you kidding me?
Jeez, that'd be nice. That'd be
He
nice.
he said he wants to return home. So,
Mate, imagine if we had Shea Bolton, forget about it. Forget about
it.
We need Shea Bolton. Come to Adelaide, bro.
Yeah, Rankin and Rochelle. What are you on about?
That's
Bye,
right.
Crows. Bye. No Shea Bolton for the Crows. King of the North.
Couple of players for the Tigers. They're coming out of a bad side. Shea Bolton, 3 goals, 21 disposals. He's just been like outstanding. We've watched probably the last 3 weeks of Richmond, and he's been just a standout in a poor side. And is it LaFleur? Is that how I say it?
LaFau.
Yeah, we were trying to work that out, weren't we? LaFleur.
We were, yeah. 3 goals. I believe he's an ex-NRL player. So yeah, he's made the transition over a bit better than that other bloke. So and Dusty was quiet and getting thrown around by the number 1 draft pick. So there we go. West Coast Eagles. So all the 4 boys, GT, we all jumped on. So we put like 68 kilos on the horse, and we were riding it all the way. And they were just outstanding. Like West Coast played so really well, and just made Richmond look ordinary. And it was good to see. And to be, what was it, 42? Was it 42 points or 45 points up at one stage? So yeah, they just had a blind. They just had a really good afternoon. So good on GT, and good on West Coast for getting your first win up. You're going to beat a couple of teams this year, and it probably will be Richmond again, and maybe the Kangas. But yeah, good on you.
Just a quick question to Johnny Carlton. You know how Harley Reid is Victorian, and say he wanted to go home. Let's say he wanted to go to Carlton. What would you give up to get him at your club?
Oh, that's a good question.
He's 18, and how good did he play on the weekend?
I personally, as a Carlton fan, I wouldn't take him.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't take him.
He's class, bro.
I know, as I said, he's a gun. He's obviously midfielder and all that type of stuff. But I just the way Carlton's midfield is at the moment with Walsh, Chera, Cripper, I just, as I said, I wouldn't, because obviously West Coast are going to ask for, I don't know, what is it, future draft picks, and I just, as I said, I just think we can't afford him at the moment. I wouldn't take him in, but I don't think he would come to. I think he would fit well in like a, I don't know, like a Melbourne, or like a Geelong or something like that. So as personally, I wouldn't take him, but I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't. So
I got a theory with that. Big Timmy English is obviously from WA. Could there be a future thing with Timmy English and Reid with the Bulldogs?
Well, as I said, that's a good point, because Bailey Smith I don't think will be at the Dogs at the end of the year. There's a lot of speculation there. Libba's getting a bit old. Bont's going to need some backup in there. As I said, I reckon Bont, Sanders, Reid, that could be a dangerous midfield. They've got some other young midfielders, McRae. Who else is there? I feel like I'm missing people, but Trelaw. But as I said, look, West Coast need a ruckman badly. I don't think Bailey Williams is a really good ruck, so West Coast would be with a big boost with Tim English. But as I said, it could work. As I said, another team that would have beautiful is Harley Reid for the Bulldogs. So that could really work. So
or West Coast could sign him for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's up to Harley Reid though. Does he want to stay at West Coast for 10 years?
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, if
I did 12 and I'm back, so there we go.
If I'm any we got Jason Horn-Francis, and people might say, oh, you sold the farm to him, but mate, he is awesome. So like, I don't see a problem going to Carlton. Like, imagine him next to Cripps and who's your other midfielder in there?
Cripps, Chera, Walsh.
Chera, all them. Imagine him. Imagine the Harley Reid in there, man. Oh, forget about it, bro. Like, it will. I don't know. Like, yeah, it'll just. But then again, like, you guys do have those sort of players, so I don't know. Like, what Horn-Francis has done for Port Adelaide is like, we've gone next level. So, Harley Reid could do that to any club. So, I'll be taking him if I was Johnny Carlton. But that's me.
I wish you were South Australian and come to the Crows.
Yeah.
If I was a Carlton fan, the thing that I would be going after is a dangerous small forward, because that's what I think Carlton is lacking.
You got Motlop though. Motlop's good.
Yeah, but he's injured. Injured. But if Motlop's there, you got Always and Durden, and as I said, I don't rate any of them. So
they're supposed to be the small forwards for Carlton. So
imagine like a Charlie Cameron and a Shea Bolton right next to Charlie Kerner and Harry Mackay. Like, how good that would be.
Marazio, he's injury prone though.
Yeah, but Orazio's not that dangerous small forward. He's that half forward role that will like show up every once in a often and hit inside 50. He's not that dangerous small forward like Cameron, Rankin, Rochelle, Bolton, like those type of guys. Like,
you forgot one important one, Johnny Carlton.
Oh, Home Alone. Sorry,
Home Alone. How good is that? Like, dude, he would be cheap to get too. Like, he's quick and he's good, man.
So is that Darcy Byrne-Jones who you guys talk about?
Yeah. Well,
but
he's having a good season.
At least Richmond can win this week, so that's good news.
Yeah. All right.
They can't lose this week.
They can't, so good news for them.
All right, guys. Well, that is the round 5. What a round it was. KP goes, did I miss Carlton excuse book? You did miss out Johnny Carlton's, what he was saying about the game. So, yes, you did miss that. Now, if you want to call it excuses, you can if you want. But, KP's in there. And Reid, Gibney, Kelly, the future. There you go. For
Hey, KP.
It's talking about Chelsea, I'm gathering.
Oh, it's a bit cold in here.
All right, there you go. All right, so here's the AFL ladder, guys. GWS still hold the top spot. Maybe not after next week. Who knows? Carlton could get them. Geelong, second. Port Adelaide, third with a really good percentage. Sydney Swans, the fourth. Melbourne, fifth. Carlton dropped to sixth. Freo still in the eighth. They're seventh. Gold Coast are eighth.
Come on, the Gold Coast. Get it, stay in the eighth.
And the bottom 10, Essendon, Brisbane are coming up at 10th. Western Bulldogs have dropped to 11th.
Picture on this screen.
It's the best.
You like that one?
St Kilda, Collingwood are 13th. Adelaide Crows went up a bit, 14th. Richmond 15th. West Coast have gone up to 16th. So Hawthorn and North Melbourne are down the bottom. Well done, West Coast. Good to see them off that bottom. So good on them. So really happy. Now, guys, I'm going to do a bit of a dance at the moment. Now, I know Johnny Carlton doesn't agree with these stats, but look, I know it's only round 5, but I'm going to take it where I can. So here we go, guys. Port Adelaide, premiership window after round 5.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go.
Rubbish.
Let's
Absolute
go.
fucking rubbish.
Let's go. Now, come on, Johnny, just give it. Just give it to me, man. Just let me have it once.
How are we worse than Bulldogs in Gold Coast? We lost one game and we're worse than Bulldogs in Gold Coast. Why that thing's a joke and a half.
Well, what it means is it's the points against versus the points for. So, mate, look at that, man. We're in the green. We're on the green, man.
I don't understand that graph. What does that mean for the Crows? It said 10th. What's that mean? Finished 10th.
Crows are Hess. That's what it means. That's the Hess spot right there.
Yeah, but what's that mean? Like, are we above Carlton or below Carlton? What's that?
No. Carlton are in the better half. I don't know.
No, so look, there's 4 graphs in there. The big square is the teams that are terrible at the moment. The Adelaide are in there. Then the top half,
Can you sugarcoat it a little bit, bro?
Is that an AFL umpire underneath the Crows symbol, just as the extra player, or
no? That's what I read the comments. The top half is teams that are mid-table that they don't know about yet. The teams on the right they're unsure about, but then apparently there's only Port, Geelong, and GWS just in there. Put Geelong. They haven't even versed anyone good, mate. This is fucking rubbish. Take this off my screen. What absolute bullshit.
Well, it's only round 5, so I guess
I don't give a shit what round it is.
That round will change, but look, I'm going to take it, man. I'm a Port supporter. If we're premiership favourites, I'm taking it. Okay. I knew you were going to like that one, Johnny. I knew you were going to like that one, and CROM. So. All right, quick mentions before we go into the tips. Nathan Murphy retires. The concussion gets to him, and retires. But look, he's got a premiership medallion around his neck. Congratulations, Nathan Murphy. Also, Errol Goulden signs 4-year extension. So there you go. I know.
Huge.
That's huge for the Swans. And also, I haven't got the graphic up, but Ben Keys. Was it Ben Keys signed? The big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's massive for the Crows. So all right. Let's do our tips, guys. Thursday night. It's the Sainers versus the Doggies. I think it's at Marvel. Pretty sure it's at Marvel. Look, I'm going to go. I like the Saints. I don't think Western Bulldogs are in a bit of a hole. I think the Saints are going to, just flex their muscles against the Bulldogs by about, I reckon 4 or 5 goals. Johnny Carlton.
No, this is the worst Thursday night game in the world. I'm going to be in bed by halftime because I'm going to need to be up by early on Friday morning. So I don't care who wins this game, but if I had to pick one team, it's going with St Kilda. So just St Kilda, but this game could go in anyway. So
yeah, CROM.
Yeah, I'm leaving the Saints as well here.
Yeah, and King of the North.
Saints for me as well by 2 goals. Their last 2 weeks have been pretty impressive, and they come with a run at the end. So I think they might get the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think a lot of pressure on Bevo this week, so see what happens there. Now we cross over to Friday night. This one might be a bit interesting. The Crows are coming off a massive win, and they're going back home, and they're playing Essendon. Now the Bombers got thrashed 2 weeks ago by Port Adelaide on the same ground. Can the Crows replicate what they replicated against Carlton? I think they can. I think the Crows are going to win comfortably here by about 2 to 3 goals, I reckon. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think they're going to be good enough to beat Essendon at home. So, Johnny Carlton?
There's my book. The revenge tour is back on.
Here he comes.
It's going to be painful for me, isn't it?
Johnny Carlton's bold call of the week.
Bold call.
Wait, do you want me to get the? I'll get the graphic up, man.
This is huge.
Bold call on game 2.
Bold call of the week. All right, bold call of the week. Tell us the bold call, man.
Johnny Carlton's round 6 bold call of the week. Adelaide will beat Essendon by 40 plus.
40
You heard it here first.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, right? It's the worst nightmare.
The only thing that Essendon will be praying is what Jake Stringer does to now. He prays. So, congratulations, but I think the Crows are going to demolish the Bombers.
There you have it, guys. Bold call. He's going for 3 in a row. Let's see if he can get 3 in a row. CROM, how do you feel, man? Like, do you think you can? Last year you lost to Essendon, I remember, at Marvel. Can you?
Yeah, I mean that was at Marvel and Essendon, playing all right at the time. But I'll take a 1-point win. A win's a win at the moment for the Crows. I'll be so over the moon if Johnny Carlton is right, and I hope he is. But I reckon Crows make it 2 wins in a row, and we get the 4 points.
And King of the North.
Crows by 69.
Crows by 69.
69.
I swear you were going to say Bombers by 60, man. I just swear you were going to say that.
Crows by 69. What do you want, King? I thought I was bad.
There we go. Let's see. Wouldn't it be fantastic? Imagine if it was 60. Hey?
Jeez. All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Can you have an amazing next week's footy show if they lose by 60?
Jeez. If Bombers win by 60, I'll be like, I don't think Jay Crum will join us next week, to tell you the truth. But anyway. Next game, Saturday, my boys, Port Collingwood take on Port Adelaide at the MCG. This fixture last year killed me. It was round 2. We got done by 70 points. Now, don't want that to happen again. I don't think it will happen again, but we had a really tough slog against Freo, and they're coming off a bye. I just don't know. It's hard. It's a hard one to read. They're going to be fresh. We're going to be, battered and bruised. But look, I'm going to back my boys in. I think we're good enough to beat them. They are the reigning premiers, but I don't think they're the same team as they were last year. I reckon it'll be a close one, though. I reckon between 5 to 10 points we'll beat them by. And, and if we do beat them, it's going to just galvanise the premiership favourite tag that we've got right now. So.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Anyway, it will. If we beat the premiers at MCG, you're up there, bro. It's it's you're in with you're fully in, man. In the whole
Collingwood, they're the favourites to win the flag.
Is St Kilda up there?
No, but they who have they?
But they beat Collingwood at the MCG.
Did they?
They did.
Yeah, I know, but they're from Melbourne. We're not from Melbourne, man. We haven't beat Collingwood in years.
You said if you beat Collingwood at the MCG, you're up there. Is St Kilda up there?
We're already up there. I don't know what you're talking about. We're already up there, bro. St Kilda are not in the same league as Port Adelaide, mate. All right. Anyway, Johnny Carlton. I'm one-eyed, bro. I'm really one-eyed. Johnny Carlton, what do you write? Come on.
As much as I don't want to say it now, but yeah, no, I think it's Port Adelaide by under a goal, to be honest. But don't get a big head, yeah. Just Port Adelaide
Only
by
round
under.
5.
Yeah, Port Adelaide by under a goal. So
All right, CROM.
I honestly think Port are going to win by 5 or 6 goals, man. I don't know what it is. I think they're just going to batter Collingwood.
Well,
I did not expect that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, sad to say, I think Port will lose the showdown, but they'll win this one.
You're dreaming, man. Dreaming. I can't wait. Showdown's going to be, mate, that week. Oh. Anyway, King of the North. Come on, man. Give us some good news here.
Port by 7 points.
7 points. All right. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, a close one. But all right, next game, Blues versus the Giants. It is at Marvel. Johnny Carlton, you going to this one? Jeez. All right. Now, this is a tough one to pick because both got players out. You know what? I'm going to back Carlton. I think after they're going to be the first ones to beat GWS, and last week was like a blip in the radar. And Harry's going to kick 6 to 7 goals, and GWS are just going to crumble. Like they were crumbling at the end with St Kilda, they're just going to continue to crumble now. So I'm going to go Carlton by about but it's going to be like 10 points. It'll be close. It'll be 7 for 10 points. Johnny Carlton.
Yeah, look, if a week ago I would have said GWS by a lot, but losing Taylor, Canelio, Perryman, but Sard's lost Carlton have lost Sard, McGovern, Chera. So it's both teams got out, but without Sam Taylor down there, I don't see GWS stopping Charlie and Harry this week. So I'm going my Blue boys, and I reckon they'll make me at least happy this week. But I reckon by 8 points. So I reckon they're going to give me another heart attack. But I see us taking down the big Giants. So
yeah, if it was in GWS, if it was like there, I'd probably go Giants.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would go on Giants too. Yeah.
Yeah. CROM.
Look,
It's a tough one, eh?
I want to pick Carlton for the boys here, but GWS have actually beaten Carlton a few times at Marvel. I don't know what it is. Maybe they like playing Carlton at Marvel. My heart's saying go for Carlton. My whole family go for Carlton, but I think going with my head, I think it's going to be GWS by a couple of points. I'm sorry. GWS.
All right, there you go. First GWS one. King of the North, are you going to back your boys in for this one or what?
I'm going to go down a different track with this one because at the moment I'm sitting about 15,000 on the tipping competition, and I'm one of the worst tippers that you could imagine. So I want Carlton to win, and if I tip them, then they might lose. So I'm going to go GWS because I want Carlton to win. That's the theory.
All right,
Just looking at Johnny Carlton's face.
That could be a good theory, man. All right. Good luck to the Carlton. Good luck, fellas. Good luck.
Now the other thing,
Ooh.
I think we're going to do a double header as well on the watch along.
Yeah.
As well. So we're going to do Carlton game again. So pile in all the Carlton supporters as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, and a happy Johnny Carlton will be calling me as well.
That would be nice. All right, Lions versus Cats. This is Saturday night. This is a tough one too. It's at the Gabba. You got to go the Lions after what they did to Melbourne. I mean, Geelong do look good at the moment, but I think they're going to come up to their real test now with Brisbane, and Brisbane are going to start playing their game, and I just think they're going to be too hard at home. So Lions for me. Johnny Carlton?
Yeah, I think Brisbane for me too. At the Gabba too strong. So, And all the way, by the way, I know this is off topic, but there's no Johnny Carlton rant this week. So sorry guys, but there's nothing to rant about this week. I already said it in my banana of the week, but sorry, no rant of the week this week, but hopefully there's one next week. So
the fans are going crazy, man. They're losing it.
But yeah, Brisbane for me at the Gabba. So
CROM.
Yeah, I reckon Brisbane make light work of Geelong, man. I reckon they win comfortably. Brisbane.
Yeah, and King of the North.
Brisbane by 3 goals.
No worries. All right, next game is the Derby. It's played on Saturday night as well. It's the Eagles versus the Dockers. Look, as much as I like the Eagles and what they did against Richmond are not the Dockers. And if the Dockers do what they did against Port Adelaide and shut them down, I don't think they'll be able to handle. West Coast just won't be able to handle it like Port and Carlton. I mean, they're good sides, you know. So I just think Freo will get the job done against the Eagles by probably about 30 to 40 points. Johnny Carlton.
Yeah. Well, they're 3-0 at Optus this year, so I think they'll go 4-0. Like it's not in South Australia, They've lost the last 2 in South Australia, so
that's true.
It's in WA. So Freo will win this.
CROM.
I'm back in the Eagles, doing it for old mate GT, 2 in a row. Harley Reid's going to put on the show.
There you go, guys. Back in the Eagles. Wow. All right, King of the North. What do you reckon?
Is it whose home game is it?
It's West the Coast. Eagles. It's the Eagles' home game.
Okay. I was going to say Freo, but it's a West Coast home game. I think Freo will still be too good. I'll go Freo.
Well, it's their both home game. They both play there, so.
No, but the crowd makes a difference.
Yeah.
It does over there a little bit. Swans versus the Suns. This is on, I think, Sunday afternoon. I think it's at SCG. Look.
Freo. GT saying it's a Freo home game.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, if that's the case, then it's going to be like full of Freo supporters.
Are you sure it's a Freo home game?
Well, it should be. Freo just played away and West Coast just played at home.
That's what he's saying.
No, it's a West Coast home game.
It's a West Coast home game, GT.
Yeah, it's a West Coast home game.
It's definitely West Coast.
Yeah, it's West Coast.
Because we played last week. Yeah. Well,
there you go. All right, Sydney versus the Suns. This is a tough one. Thought Suns are really good on the weekend, but they did play Hawthorn. This is just going to go by home ground advantage. I'm going to go Sydney just because they're home. But if it was played in Gold Coast, I would have called Gold Coast. So, yeah, Sydney for me. Johnny Carlton?
Yeah, Sydney for me too. Too strong in the SCG. So,
yeah. CROM?
For the upset, go for Gold Coast, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Gold Coast, Gold Coast?
No, this is in Sydney. It's SCG.
In Sydney. Okay.
Who are you going, King?
So it'd be good if GWS, if the Suns could cement their top 8 spot by winning, but Sydney have got to win this. You know, they can't lose again. So I'll go Sydney.
And then we've got the 2 bottom teams, North Melbourne versus Hawks. Far out. What a great game this is going to be. I mean, Hawks are favourites to win this one, $1.43. I'm going to go Hawks. I just think they're just maybe a tad better side. And, and they've pushed a few other sides. North Melbourne, I don't think they're at the level Hawks are at yet. But it's you never know, though. I reckon Hawks. Hawks by 5 goals at least. Johnny Carlton?
You know, I was so looking forward to watching this game on Sunday afternoon. I had nothing to do, but heard Kelly Underwood is commentating. So there goes that game. So yeah, not watching this one anymore. So probably put Netflix on and watch it on the background. But these look, both teams are winless. This is bottom of the table clash. only because I saw it live. I think I saw Hawthorn play a better game live against Collingwood the other week, so I'm going Hawthorn for me. So,
all right, J-Crom.
I reckon, and break the duck.
You cut out there. What'd you say?
North Melbourne, tipping North.
Oh, North. Okay. Well, okay. King of the North.
With the Hawthorn injuries, I'm going to go the Kangaroos.
All right, there you go, guys. Well, there was a lot to unpack tonight, and we got through it. No one, went too crazy, but it was an interesting night, and a lot was said, and yeah, it was good. It was a good night. But look, good luck everyone with their teams on the weekend. It's going to be an interesting round. Final words, guys. Johnny Carlton, final words. Come on, give us.
Hopefully it's a better week for me this week. Go the Blues. I'm going to shut down the big giant, and I'll call the King at Saturday night and tell him we're fucking back up in the top, baby. So but as I said, if Always is in that lineup Thursday afternoon, watch out, Johnny's copping a spray on TikTok. There's a fucking chance.
Jeez.
And he said Always omitted. Always omitted. That's it.
He's omitted. I'll keep an eye out for that.
J-Crom, any final words, man?
Yeah, message to old mate Matty Nix. Keep putting Rankin and Saligo on the ball.
All right,
Sure, he's
and
watching.
King of the North?
Watch-alongs this weekend. Thursday night, Friday night, doubleheader on Saturday. Then we're into the single one, so I'm going to do the 2 games by myself for the afternoon and the Carlton game. And then me and Chris C are going to do the Brisbane Geelong game. And then, don't forget to join us. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for last week. 800 views last week on the triple header. So we did well, and go the Blues.
And my final word is, like, when you guys are watching Port Adelaide beat Collingwood, just take a snippet because you're looking at the next premiership team, all right? So just remember that, guys, when you're watching it at the MCG, and when they're going like this, it's going to be Port Adelaide. But
no wonder you're a Tottenham supporter.
Yeah, that's
no
right.
wonder
Yeah, that's
you
right.
are a Tottenham supporter. You absolute Fruit Loop.
Let's hope it's not 100
Don't
points.
worry what he says, Johnny. Once Port get to the finals, they're just there to make up the numbers. That's all they do.
Listen to him. Listen to him. All right, guys. I love the banter. But good luck with everyone's team. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out our merch. New merch will be coming out soon. A J-Crom t-shirt and even a Johnny Carlton one too. So working on those as well. Gonna get a KP one made too. So look out for that. And guys, take care. Spike your hair, and remember,
Stay
Stay hungry.
all right, boys. See you later.